Serving all of San Diego, this is your Fox 5 News.
We are saving you money this morning with year-end tax tips. Ronson Shamoon is a tax attorney of IRS Solution here with some insider tips before 2011 comes to an end. Hey, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Okay, let's get through these. A lot of information we want to get out to folks.
Yes,
number one, mortgage insurance deduction. What does this mean?
Well, with the housing crisis, a lot of banks were requiring lenders or borrowers to get mortgage insurance. And now they're going to allow you to deduct that as mortgage interest on your Schedule A. So you could get the insurance is deductible as interest.
Okay, energy efficient upgrades.
So if you want a tax break, right now they're offering up to a $500 credit or 10% of the appliance for, let's say, a refrigerator, an air condition, anything, an appliance, a stove. If it saves energy, you're most likely eligible for the credit. You could save up to $500 towards that new appliance.
Okay, good stuff. Low capital gains rates.
If you make below, say, I think it's around $66,000, if you have some stocks or bonds, if you sell them, you'll pay zero capital gains tax this year. So it expires at the end of this year. So if you want to dispose of a stock that there's a gain and you make below a certain threshold, you could sell that stock today and not pay any tax on that gain.
Okay, that's good stuff right there. What about college savings plans?
Well, that's always a good deduction. I mean, if you want to, with college tuition rising so high, it's always good to save for your children's future college education. So if you put a college 529 plan, you could get a deduction for that as well.
How early should you start doing that, by the way?
Any kind of tax planning should be done during the year. A lot of people wait for their tax planning in December. You should always have proper tax planning beginning all throughout the year for your business, for college, for your finances. Those thoughts should be taking place throughout the year.
Okay, let's talk about projecting your income, especially, I guess, if you're self-employed, right?
Yes. I mean, if you're planning on making a lot more money next year, then save some things that you're going to purchase in the following year. If you know that your income is going to go down next year, then buy some year-end purchases for your business, equipment, office supplies this year because you're in a lower tax bracket.
Okay, let's talk about the Section 179 deductions. What are those all about?
That's for businesses. Right now, you could the normal amount is $250,000. They raised that this year to $500,000. So if you're going to buy anything for your business, you're allowed to deduct up to $500,000 in that same year for that purchase. So if you're planning on buying any big equipment, trucks, vehicles, any sort of major purchases for a business, I would do it this year versus next year because you could write off immediately double the amount that you can normally write off.
Okay, that's smart. Bonus depreciation.
That one doesn't even have a cap. Right now, if you could buy any piece of equipment for your business, and you could write off the full amount in the tax year that you buy it. So that's another thing to support, businesses right now. They're suffering, and so the government has given some tax breaks for businesses to help, spur the economy a little bit.
I don't know how big the tax code is these days, but there's so many tricks and so many tips, so this is really good. Any extra tax tips that you can give to military families out there?
Well, military families right now with that combat pay, you could add the portion of your combat pay, even though it's non-taxable, and it can raise your earned income credit. So if you make a certain threshold, let's say the spouse doesn't work, that amount of combat pay could increase the earned income tax credit for a family.
Outstanding. Quickly, what about single parents?
Single parents, if you're, I would file head of household. Make sure you claim all of your dependents. And there's a lot of credits out there. For anybody who's filing taxes, have somebody do it who knows what they're doing. There's so many different tax breaks, credits, things to help you, to always go to a professional versus doing it yourself. You might pay an extra couple $100,
right,
but you'll save thousands doing it with a professional.
Outstanding. Hey, great advice. To reach Ronson Shamoon at IRS Solution, you can go to our website, fox5sandiego.com, and click the Scene On tab. It's getting to be that time of year, right after the holidays. It's all about the taxes in the new year. Erica, over to you.
I know. It's going to be upon us. Thank you, Raul.